As someone who makes a lot of content for social media, I probably take more to the gym with me than the average person. And so in this video, you're going to see exactly why I take to the gym and how each of those things benefits me. But first, I need to have my instant oats because I've got a big session at the gym today. So I'm going to take you along for my workout and then we'll have a sit down later and talk about everything that I take to the gym.
You're my escape from my darkest days. And when the sun is shining, you know we out here riding, chasing the horizon with you. I don't need to look no further. You are the one I'm certain, only one that I'll be holding. When you're loving me, it goes like. Find it. A love that feels so perfect. I can't even word it. Yeah, you make me lift up from the ground. I believe that we are more. All the world is looking for. Show them all we got it. Never look back, never let go. I don't need to look no further. You are the one I'm certain. Only one that I'll be holding. When you're loving me, it goes like. Look no further, look no further. Look no further, it goes like.
Right, okay, so what's in my gym bag? Now, just gonna preface this by saying that I don't always carry around this stuff in my gym bag, so as in my camera isn't always in there, it just depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, anyway, what's in my gym bag? Right. So first of all, I use a Gymshark bag. It's okay. I think the issue with it is it's a little bit small for me now, but we make it work. So anyway, in this little side pocket here, I have resistance band and beanie, and also a multi-tool so I can change the. You're not going to see this in this video because I leave it at the gym, but I've also got a strength shot belt that I use for squats and deadlifts. So I've got this multi-tool to change the lever distance and all of that. So in this front pocket here, I have energy gels for my longer sessions. They really help with just carbs, electrolytes, that sort of thing. Then I have Vaseline because my lips just get dry and it's winter. And that's pretty much it for that pocket. Then nothing in this side pocket. In this side pocket, I just use this for drinks that I carry, that sort of thing. Now I'm actually gonna take this off here because I can see my mic is wobbling, so that might have just messed up the audio, but we'll find out. Now we're gonna go through the things in the main compartment. So I have like little side pockets in there, and so in there I carry finger tape, got 2 bottles of chalk, that's liquid chalk. I've got Tiger Balm in case I've got any like pulled muscles, that sort of thing. That really helps. Let's have a look. Oh, and baby powder. This doesn't get carried around with me the whole time, but this is good for when I'm doing deadlifts. Like if I've got a heavy deadlift, put this on the front of your legs, it makes the bar just slide up a bit easier. But again, that's one of those things that isn't always carried around with me because I just don't need it all the time. And it's quite bulky, it takes up a lot of space. So then on the top of the bag, I've got my AirPods Max. Now, these headphones are, well, they're definitely the best headphones I've ever had. However, they are not worth the price tag. These are 500 quid. I don't see how these can be worth it. They get, in fact, I'll show you them. They get covered in chalk. I don't know if you can see this. They're covered in chalk. I've also got these little like ear cover things on so they don't get scratched. They just pop right off like that. So I think they're like vegan ones or something. But yeah, anyway, these are my AirPods Max. They're good headphones, but I would probably just get some like, what would I get instead? Probably some Beats or what are those other ones? Might be Sennheiser? I can't remember. But anyway, those are my headphones. Also, if I'm training with that beanie, I carry around my AirPods Pro, just like the in-ear ones, because my head's so big, those headphones do not fit over the top of a beanie. You probably won't have that problem, but that's the problem I've got. So I've also got a bench mat. This basically is just a non-slip mat. It's just crucial for bench press. If you watch my last video, I said that I use this because it just means that I can leg drive harder without sliding up the bench. This is very good. It's like 5 quid online. If you're benching a lot, definitely get one of these. Next up, we've got my straps, wrist wraps, that sort of thing. So we've got my A7 wrist wraps here. We've got figure 8 Gymshark straps. These are good for deadlifts. I don't really use these for much else, but deadlifts, they're good. And I can't believe this, but I've actually left my other straps at the gym. Hopefully they haven't gone missing because I do actually use them a lot. but they're basically the ones that just go around. They have like that long bit coming out here, so you can wrap them around the bar. But what I do is I use them for deadlifts, and I put them in through the clips. It just means that the clips don't slide around and the plates stay in the same place. If you're doing rep work, that's really useful. However, I left them at the gym, so I can't show you those. They were like £3 off eBay. I'll probably just buy some more because my ones are all like frayed at the end anyway. I've had them for like 2.5 years now. They've put in a good shift. So anyway, yeah, those straps, wrist straps. Now, next up, we've got these Notorious lifts. These, shout out to James, he gave me these, basically just for deadlifting and bench. They're super grippy on the bottom, but they're also very thin, so you can feel the floor really well. Because you don't want to deadlift in anything that has any sort of elevation. These are very good. I think they're like 40 quid, something like that. They're not too expensive, but these, like I said, really good for deadlift and bench, super grippy, and if you're into your powerlifting, would definitely recommend getting these. Okay, so this bag as well, main attraction in this bag is my camera. Now, actually, I will show you real quick. Pull this on my iPhone. So this is the camera I use for content creation and like vlogging, what I'm recording on now. You can see it's a Sony ZV-E10, and then got a Sony 11mm f1.8 lens on here. This is really good wide angle. You can see on the main camera, this is really good. Like, it's so good for vlogging. Also, I've got this on a small rig tripod, and it's also got a small rig cage on it. Now that is really good for putting like extra cold shoe mounts on and stuff like that if you're into cameras. So yeah, that's the camera that I keep in my bag. So that is kept in this like pouch. It's like a padded pouch I put in my bag. It just keeps the camera protected. In here, I also keep my DJI wireless mics. These are good if you're doing like some sort of mic'd up videos, or any sort of videos that aren't like stationary, kind of moving around and you're not at the same distance from the camera each time. If I'm vlogging, I do also use this Rode, what's it called? I think it's Rode Video Mic Go 2 or something. This is the mic that I use for like vlogging. It's just a shotgun mic, it's directional. If you're the camera sort of like arm's length, it's perfect. I actually am quite into my microphones. I'm also recording on this Rode pod mic. This kind of makes the sound like just top quality, really. And then what I would also carry around, which I am using as a light right now, is, in fact, I will show you. This is gonna look so stupid. I can't believe I'm showing you this setup. So this is the light that I have in my camera bag at all times. It's a Ulanzi light. It's basically just a little light that you can clip on the top of your camera, like the cold shoe mount, or you can clip on your phone. And it's just good if you need some like extra lightings, like in a dimly lit environment. It's really good. Now, I say it's really good. I'm only saying it's really good because I did have a small rig light. However, that light decided that it didn't want to charge, and so I used it a few times, and then now it's dead, and I had to chuck it in the bin because it stopped charging. So I bought this one. Hopefully this one doesn't die. It's bi-color, so it can go like warm and cold light. It seems good. It was like 20 quid, so no big deal. And then the last bits that I carry around are a SD card reader. This plugs into like the USB-C port in my laptop or my phone. I can just get footage really quickly off my camera that way. And then also just extra battery because these things die so fast. They die so easily. Oh, and I completely forgot to show you the main lens that I use for filming. So this lens that I'm using right now, I use for vlogging and obviously this like talking head video. However, this is the lens that I use for any gym content. This is a Tamron 17-70. It's obviously a crop sensor lens, which is obviously because I've got a Sony ZV-E10. So this is the lens I use for that. This is really good. I tell you the reason why. I had a Sigma 18-50mm lens. However, that didn't have stabilization. This has stabilization. I think it's called vibration control built into the lens. And so you can really tell the difference. If you turn on standard stabilization on the camera, it does stabilize using the lens, and it's actually made a huge difference to my handheld recording because this Sony lens that I'm using right now doesn't have it, and so as I'm vlogging, it's wide angle so you can't tell as much, but it does shake because the camera doesn't have stabilization built in. But this is really good. 17-70, so that's a good range for zooming, stuff like that. It's an f2.8 if you're interested. And then I also have this variable ND filter on the end of the lens. It just has this rubber cap on it, so I can just keep it on there all the time. This is really good, especially if you're filming outside, because you can adjust the amount of light coming in. Like if I show you this, you can see if I turn it now, that's basically stopped most of the light coming in. Whereas then if I open it again, you can now see the lens. So yeah, this is really good. You could probably get better ones than this because this seems to have a bit of like a green tinge to it, especially if you get like reflections and that. This is normally on the camera, and then I'll have the vlog lens just as a backup if I take it with me. But again, sometimes I'm not even recording in the gym, so I wait to take a camera. It really just depends on what I'm doing. Now, the last two things, obviously I've got my strength shot belt, which is at the gym, so that doesn't come with me. I just keep that at the gym. But the last two things I have knee sleeves and squatting shoes. Now, these squatting shoes are Nike. They're either Savaleos or Romaleos. I can't remember which ones they are, but these are the cheaper ones. I have these in grey as well, but I bought these in black because they just go in my outfits better. But yeah, these are good because I can't really hit depth without a bit of heel elevation, so these add that, and they add stability because they're quite wide and flat on the bottom, so these are really good. I definitely recommend getting these if you struggle to hit depth, or if you're bodybuilding and you want to get more quad activation from having a slight heel elevation, then these I highly recommend. And I think I got them for like 100 quid. They're always discounted. And when it comes to knee sleeves, the knee sleeves I use are these A7 knee sleeves. Now, I kind of have gone back and forth between loads of different knee sleeves. However, I've stuck with these. These are a size large A7 rigor mortis. They are the stiffest sleeve you can use in competition, and so these actually add quite a considerable amount to your squat because they're so stiff that as you squat down, in fact I'll show you them. So they're so stiff that as you squat down, they just spring back up again. They are so stiff, like you can see, yeah, like they're solid. These are 7mm. These are really good. These are A7. Quality on them is shocking. These have ripped, but because, well, they're ripping along the seam, but because these are a little bit small for me, these actually have been better since they've been ripped, but they do tend to cut the circulation off if I keep them for too long, so I basically kind of slide them down after each set. I also have SBD sleeves with me and Oni sleeves. The Oni ones are also stiff, and the SBDs are less stiff. I don't use those because they're not as stiff, and then the Onis are just a bit too big, so that's why I keep them just in case my legs grow a lot. But these are what I stick with, and these are what I use day to day. These, I mean, I highly recommend them, but also be aware that you'll probably have to buy new ones or get them replaced because they do like to break. Oh, and actually I've just remembered something else. I have a tripod. Now, I'm not going to show you it because it's pretty boring, but it's just one off Amazon. It's like an aluminium tripod, so it carries a camera on it, has a phone attachment as well. That's what I just use for all my tripod shots. I would have used it for the clips you saw in my workout this video. And yeah, that is everything. If I think of anything else that I carry around with me, I'll put it at the end of this video, but I don't think there is. Now, I understand this is a lot of stuff, and it's funny because when I started going to the gym, all I would take with me is headphones and water, and to be honest, that is all you need. This is all excess really, just because I create content and I'm quite serious in my lifting, so I like to have the best stuff. But yeah, that's what I carry around with me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, I do just want to say before I end the video, if you're interested in online coaching, there's going to be a link down below. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. And then there's a video here if you want to see my last video on how to blow up your bench press. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.